Well, all I can say is I feel really grateful because the earthquake we just had was so it was small in comparison to what we went through in 1994 with the Northridge earthquake. Um, so, just moments ago was just a little after 2 o'clock, and I was doing my exercises on the floor, and there was this just giant boom, and I was kind of closing my eyes as I was doing my exercises, and I was like, yeah, I didn't see anything move, but I did hear the pot outside. I had the door open to my backyard, and there's a little tiny pot, and it was kind of teetering on this pedestal anyway, and it just went over. My cats were outside, and my little kitty Tara comes in. She goes, "Wow, what was that? Wow, mom, protect me!" And I'm like, "I don't know, honey. I wasn't sure if it was a plane or because I'd been through the earthquake in 1994, and it woke me up at early, a little after 4 o'clock, and the walls were just like jello, and the shelves came down, and it threw pots all over the place, and there was dirt everywhere, and my paintings came down, and I opened the door, and the neighbor's beautiful rock chimney had come down, and all the neighbors came out on the street, and we were all wrapped in blankets and wondering, is there going to be something else that happens? And we kind of had like we had our breakfast, with the whole neighborhood, and then walked down to the 3rd Street Promenade, and there was a lot of debris, and it was a lot. It just felt like a science fiction movie. But this time, it seems to be very minimal. It was very short. It wasn't one of those rolling things. And again, I wasn't sure if it was a jet or what, but so I went on the computer and I Googled, put in Santa Monica earthquake, and nothing happened. Some list of, recent earthquakes came up, and we weren't on the list. But then I inputted it in just a couple minutes later, and sure enough, it just came up like that. It said, 4 minutes ago, girl, you had an earthquake. Anyway, it was just like, okay, so I was waiting, kind of got my duffel bag and put my stuff in it that you're supposed to put in it, in case you had to rush out the door, just in case. But we were okay. And it didn't scare me too much because it wasn't the Northridge earthquake. That was shocking. And of course, I just moved back here after 15 years in Northern California, just north of San Francisco. And my great aunt, Aunt Minnie, had been through the San Francisco earthquake, and she and her sister went out to the tents in San Francisco where they helped the first aid, and she was quite an extraordinary woman. In fact, there's the second oldest foot race to the nation, second to the Boston Marathon, is called the Dipsea race, the DIPSEA race. And if you check out www.dipsea.org, it's a real grueling race. I'm going to be racing it next week, but my great aunt Minnie, who helped people during the earthquake, San Francisco earthquake, she used to run that race disguised as a boy because they wouldn't let women run that race, and there were men positioned in Muir Woods behind the trees, and they saw a pretty young boy. They weren't sure if it was a boy or a girl. They'd grab him off the trail. I always said they never caught my aunt because she just wasn't a looker. But anyway, she went through the earthquake, we're used to earthquakes, and we feel real blessed that it wasn't very much more than just a short jolt, and all is well here in Santa Monica. So thank God, and I do, thank God.